What's up, everyone? Welcome to part 2 of the $1,000 Holdout Challenge. The last episode I played Terran, and now I'm going to be playing Protoss. Let's see if these Bronze to Diamond players can survive for longer than it did against my Terran, as it is pretty important. There is a big prize on the line as well. Let's begin. The first opponent is going to be a Gold League Protoss with a very cool portrait. That portrait also really fits the gold border, by the way. If you guys couldn't see it, it's like a goblet. Not quite sure what it was, but it looks very, very cool. Oh, let me turn on my... non-thumbnail settings, I suppose. All right, here we go. Now against Protoss cheesing, I probably don't want to go for a proxy right away. I'm not quite sure which race is going to be the hardest for me to defeat. Or defeat fast, I should say, right? I think Terrans should be the easiest for me to defeat. I think Terrans are going to have the hardest time because... Well, I say that, but maybe with the new cycles, they have a good chance. But like PvP, for example, I think if they just open with like a couple gateways, make a lot of batteries... I need some more heavy hitters to be able to make it happen. So I'm going to have to wait for maybe like Immortals, Void Race, or Blinkstalkers, perhaps. Like something like that. Like I'm definitely going to have to win with tech. But at the same time, I was thinking about PvZ. Like, how do I kill Zergs fast? I'm not quite sure. I mean, I guess we're going to figure out. Now, I do want to share something a little funny with you guys. Well, I hope I don't mess up my build at this time because, you know, I do want to make it as fair for everyone as possible. But this was pretty funny. So, Dude Perf, the player who got second place in the Terran part of this challenge, he messaged Skillis, who is a top 3 European Protoss, on advice on how to cheese me. And Skillis sent me a message. Oh, he's gonna go for a fort, by the way. Looks like he's gonna make some cannons. That's a good idea. Skillis sent me a message showing him, and he was kind of trolling the guy by saying that it's literally impossible to beat me, and not even he would be able to. And then the guy started getting kind of desperate, and then he ended up messaging me himself. The Dude Perf, that is the Platinum player who got second last time. And he was like, hey man, I just wanted to know that even Skillis says it's impossible to beat you, so what am I supposed to do? And I just thought it was really funny, just messing around with him a little bit. Now, what my plan is here is I'm going to go for a proxy robo. I imagine he's going to try to make cannons up there. So I need to get a warp prism to be able to enter the base, pretty much. That's the whole idea here. Let's see. He's going to make a cannon here already. Guess I'll just enter with the probe for now. Now, there's no cybernetic score, so I don't really have to be afraid for anything like that. What do I chrono boost here? I think I should chrono boost the warp gate. I still need to save this probe, by the way. Actually, I need to send another one. For some reason, I thought I already built the robo. Ooh, this is a tough start for me here, guys. I'm going to be... Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to... Actually, I'll just build it here. It's not going to be that much later, but it is going to be a little later. So, I mean, I guess it is a nice warm-up game. I was intending to play a warm-up game this time, but for some reason, I still didn't manage. Now, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to start making him really scared. I'm not even intending to do anything with that pylon, really. I mean, if he lets it finish, I probably will. But I'm just going to build that to make him scared, and that's going to be a little annoying for him. Exactly. There's the probe madness. I'm just going to make more pylons everywhere. Let's see. He's probably going to pull workers to kill all of them. I'm just going to cancel this. Maybe I can make... Oh, that's a really nice one, actually, there. Yeah, I mean, Warp Gate is going to finish at some point, right? Like, if Warp Gate's going to finish, I will be able to warp it into his base, albeit it would be a slow warp it. This is pretty funny to me. Look, he's not minding at all. I should probably make a real pylon here so I don't get supply locked on my freaking warp prism. That one is finished. Oh, is my warp gate already finished? Oh, wait. Did he not? Okay, he's pulling his probes. Oh, the jukes. Let me out. Let me out. Please. No. Oh, there we go. Guys, warp gate's going to finish. I'm going to be able to warp in his base, I think. Let's see. It's going to finish just in time, I believe. It's going to be quite tight. Is that two? Yeah, it is 2 cannons. Okay, so I won't be able to just walk in there. Oh, no. He sent everything on that one, which means that now I'm going to be able to warp into his base over here. He let that finish. And maybe, you know, me making the mistake with not making the robo in time is going to pay off because I started distracting him. And now I do actually have units in his base already. Now, you can tell how freaking slow that warp in was, right? Now, he doesn't have any units that can deal with this yet, by the way. Like, he needs a Stalker. None of these units, neither probes or a Zealot, is going to be any good against this at all. Like, this is just going to be incredibly painful for him. Now, here come the Stalkers. Guess I'll just warp more Stalkers into his base as well. And this looks like it is going to be the winning sequence here. But how fast can we do it? That is the question. I should probably try to save every single unit I can for maximum DPS. And here we go. So the base has been overwhelmed. Now I'm going to send the Prism on the right side and my probe on the left side to scout for... what's it called? To scout for a hidden base, right? Because he could totally have one. Probably warping a couple Stalkers here. Just so I can roam the map in case I find the hidden base, so I can kill that a little faster. Just gonna make sure to depower the pylon over here. Now, there is one thing that sucks a little bit about warping in the depths, and that is that they have low DPS against buildings. So even though they help me clear out the mineral line extra fast, they do... Okay, so I guess he has nothing left. I'm not gonna fall for a potential trick, though. So I'm still gonna be scouting for the edge of the base. I don't think he's tricking me, to be fair, because he sounds very polite with his smiley. But you never know, guys. You never know. No, I definitely don't enjoy these slow warp. It's like, that's painful. I mean, if you look at how long these units are taking to kill the buildings, that is a problem we're gonna run into with Protoss a little bit, I think. Like, the buildings are dying slower than they would against, like, Stimmed Bio or something like that. No, I haven't properly scouted the bottom left yet. For some reason, I thought that would go a little faster. Maybe I didn't send the probe in an ideal path. Yeah, let's just warp in a couple stalkers to send them down there. Let's see. If he doesn't... Oh, he doesn't have a probe over here. If he doesn't have any buildings left, it's gonna be about... Exactly, he does have a building. Okay, so I am checking. Oh, I did find a probe over here. That is nice. You know, it's really good that I almost fell for this trick, you know, like the last time I did this video. So now I was already preparing in advance. Wait, I heard a building, but I didn't see it. That was a little weird. Did you guys see that as well? I swear I heard a building, but I don't see it at all. I mean, I guess it must be down here somewhere. I'm gonna warp a stalker into the main base just so I can check. I haven't been able to find the last base. I wonder if I should change like the mini-map color so I can find it a little easier. Okay, so there's a probe over here. I think he might still have one, or a nexus over here, right? I think he... Oh, I just killed a probe, I think. I think he might still have a... Yeah, I was looking for it. To be fair, even though I didn't fall for the trick, well, I fell for it a little bit, I guess. It still took me a good while to find this, so that is a pretty decent time, and there we go. Looks like the time was 6:28. That is our first game. I need to take some lessons from this first one. I think at some point it would be wiser for me to warp in Zealots instead of Stalkers. I think Zealots might kill things faster once I've already overpowered them. Like, Zealots are easier to out-micro wars against cannons, but once I've overpowered them, then the Zealots might be a little better. I could also add extra gates. Like, I could even take a few probes off gas and add an extra gate so I can keep warping those. I'm not quite sure what else I can make. An Immortal would kill buildings extra fast, but for that I would have to do a proxy robo. Anyway, this was a good warm-up game. Let's keep them coming. All right, so the second opponent is going to be a Gold League Zerg player. Now, just to be clear, I'm not quite sure if I explained all the rules and stuff yet. I mean, there's basically no rules for the challenge itself, besides that Terran is not allowed to fly away their buildings. But I did want to explain how the prize money and stuff works. So the top two of each video, so the Terran video, the Zerg video, and the Protoss video, or I should say the Protoss and then the Zerg video, because this one is first, will advance to the grand final. So that's going to be 6 people. I might still... I'm not... Like, it's not going to be... Or it's not completely set in stone. So let's say someone barely doesn't make the cut, but I think he had an amazing strategy. Maybe I will just invite them as well. Or maybe I'll let you guys vote for who should be the extra invite or whatever. But anyway, now the plan is to just get 2 of each video, and those are going to compete for the prize money in the end. And another thing I wanted to say is that this is by far my biggest community event yet in terms of participation. Like, there are so many people in the chat, so many people in voice chat as well, just talking to each other, thinking about strategies, and I think it's really, really awesome. And to you guys, I just want to say, because some people are still confused, I'm just going to say it during the video, because maybe some of you like to skip the intro or whatever. You know, I'm not blaming you guys, whatever you want. But join the Discord from the description if you want to play. There's no way to play otherwise. You can't, you know, if you leave a comment in the comment section, I'll read it, but I'm not going to, you know, DM you personally and try to get you in. No, you have to join the Discord, select your role, and then you can play in the next one, and maybe in the grand finale as well, if you make it that far, of course. Now, what am I going to do against the Zerg? I'm thinking about doing a 4-gate. I kind of like the idea of going for a Stargate as well. Yeah, it's not easy, because I feel like Zerg on 1 base... How am I really gonna kill that, right? So he's gonna go for... Okay, this looks like he's gonna go for spine crawlers on the high ground. Definitely has put some thought into his strategy, as you can see. Maybe I should go for the War Prism again, right? I'm definitely gonna make Adepts, because I should be able to shade past. And see, I don't think he's made any Zerglings yet, right? Okay, I'm just gonna stay there for now. Yeah, I could go for another... Yeah, okay, he's gonna make Spine Crawler. Okay, that's a good read by me then. No, okay, the Overlord's there. I was gonna proxy my Robo right there, and then I saw the freaking Overlord. I was like, yeah, never mind that. I think I'll just proxy a Robo right next to his base. I'm gonna Chrono Boost the first 2 Adepts. It is very possible that he is gonna make a wall with spines. If he manages to put a creep tuber down and make a wall of spines, that is gonna be an absolutely massive play for him. I think, no, actually, I don't have to wall it off, right? Because well, I might have to wall it off later, but for now, I have this pylon to unsupply block me anyway, so that should be perfectly fine. Now, I hope he doesn't have enough Zerglings to cancel the Robo. I don't think he does. But this is one thing I talked about in the first episode, where some people could be really smart about it and just find the proxy instead of like just cowering in their main base. They could actually go out and find the proxy. That could be a massive play for them. Now, let's see. These two adepts are going to be pretty big. Okay, so he did get the wall of up in time, right? Okay, very cool. Okay, that is well done. I really like that play. Shout out. That is awesome. Okay, so he got a full wall off. That's very uncommon to do as Zerg, by the way. So that is extra points for creativity for me. But that's why I'm going to get the Warp Prism here. I also could have gone for a Stargate, maybe get like Void Rays and beam that down. That could have been a decent strategy. Judging by what I've seen so far, he might not have really any queens, right? Like, I haven't seen any queens yet. It is possible that he sacrificed, you know, building queens to get all that energy. Okay, for a second, I was worried that he unburrowed. He's also not building anything from this. Like, queens are what he would need to really make this a perfect hold. Queens are so good defensively that is the thing that he's missing. Now, keep in mind, guys, I did make all these adepts, but adepts they're gonna kill links really well. Like, I definitely need those. They're gonna kill links really well, but they're not gonna kill the building. So that is something we have to keep in mind. Let's see if I can get in there and start doing a decent amount of... Oh, that is... I almost misclicked because that freaking probe was stuck. You guys saw that? I tried to make the pylon and then grab the prism, and then that would have been very, very, very painful, I can say. Okay, let's see. Maybe I should just warp into his base already. I'm gonna warp some sentries here just to make sure. Oh, he's making a lot of spores. I was kind of hoping, well... For him, I think I would hope that there are, you know, some spines in there, but it doesn't really seem like there's spines. So his main base is effectively already broken. I think once I get my one immortal, he's not gonna have a good time defending it. You know what? Maybe I should go for multiple immortals here. Let's see. That is a spine. Yeah, I think. Okay, this is. I know how I'm gonna break this exactly. I'm gonna go here. The sentries might die. Let's see. I'm gonna try to not take damage from those. Okay, the prism almost dies to that freaking wandering spore crawler over there. So I did lose one of my units so far. I'm actually kind of scared that I'm going to lose a unit to the Brootlings of this freaking evolution chamber. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. So this time I'm making extra immortals compared to the last game. I think I'm just going to be able to go in. Guess I'll use a Guardian Shield because there's no units to force field anyway. I was kind of thinking with the sentries that maybe I'll be able to, you know, fight against links properly, but it doesn't really seem like that'll be necessary. I guess I can force field the drones a little bit just so I can kill them for sure. Now, this immortal, guys, is it going to go across the map and find for the hidden, look for the hidden proxy or what? I think I should be using the adepts for this, by the way. That is a way better idea. I'm going to use the adepts to find the hidden buildings, which I hope for his sake there are some hidden buildings. Else, it looks like he's barely not going to break the other time that we just had. I mean, Zealots definitely seem to be doing pretty good together with the Immortals. Of course, Immortals is absolutely slicing and dicing those buildings. There's still an Overlord there. That is not a building, however. Yo, don't kill me. Oh my god, I told you I got a little scared of the freaking Brootlings now. Brootlings do some damage. I do have to make sure to not attack, like, the, what's it called? The Brootlings too much. Oh, I don't want him to escape, actually. Oh, I was actually trying to force field that, but I failed. There we go. I do like the idea of running with the Spore Crawlers, by the way. Like, you should probably be doing that even more. I mean, this Immortal is going to take care of that one. I haven't found anything out on the map. There could be something on my third base. Let's make sure to check out all the dark spots over here. So far, it's about 6 minutes. Stop attacking the freaking... Yo, that's actually broken for Zerg. The freaking larva guys, I'm telling you, like, they take so much damage. The last drone was gone, and oh no, if he had one extractor... If he had one extractor over here, he would have broken the other time. This was 6, probably 14, 613, 614. The official time of the last game was 627, so he is not going to beat him in the rankings, and that's bad news, because that means that every single player from now on has to finish below him, or he's not going to make it to the grand finals. I did really like the strategy. If I could make one suggestion here how to do it better, is to just make a bunch more spines instead of spores, because blocking the Warp Prism is awesome, but it's just a prism. I feel like the only way this would have been worth it in particular is if I really did misclick too hard and lose the prism to these Spore Crawlers. But otherwise, if this is a lot of spines, I really don't think I'm going to kill him that fast. And it's kind of surprising we haven't seen it that much. In the last episode, we had one guy making cannons. And this, I mean, we're only 2 games in, but he's making spines. But I really think someone who just only makes cannons and spines really should be able to get pretty far. For now, sucks for him that he didn't break the time. Let's go to the third game. All right, the third game is against our first heavy hitter, a Diamond Zerg player called Mozzarella, which is very nice cheese. Now, let's see. What am I going to do against this Zerg? You know, it's really funny. I get so freaking curious because I've been seeing these guys like scheming in like the Discord chat and even in the in-game Battle.net chat. And he's like, oh my God, I hope my strategy works. So now I'm just incredibly curious to see what the hell he's going to do, you know. Could be anything, really. I'm actually going to go for the... I meant to do this last game, but I didn't. I want to go for the super early probe scout so I can potentially deny any hatch first. And I think hatch first... Even though I normally wouldn't recommend it, I do think it could be a decent strategy with Zerg. I think the other races should probably all just stay on their one base. But with Zerg going hatch first, it's going to allow you to make more queens, for example. I think could actually be a very realistic strat. Make a lot of queens, get some spines or Zergling speed even. And that should be quite interesting. Let's see if there is a hatch first on the way. Doesn't look like it. He could also be taking the gold. Keep that in mind. Like this map does have a gold base, which is pretty scary to go up against. Let's see what it is. Probably going to find a spawning pool. Spawning pool is not very early. That does look like a hatch first to me. Or he just made it very late. Like the hatchery is supposed to go down at like... I think it's like 40 seconds or so. I feel like Zergs have been taking it earlier and earlier, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint a time. I definitely think there is a hatchery on the map, though. Like, keep in mind, we are playing against a solid Diamond Zerg here. And I'm going to go for my 2-gate strat again. I'm just going to make sure to, you know, check if the gold base is over here. I don't think it is, but who knows. Now, let's see if my probe can get through. Okay, so there's no hatchery on the other side of the gold mineral wall. That is good to know. Oh, I walled this off very poorly. I thought I walled it off perfectly, actually, so that's a little disappointing, I have to say. Now, I'm still gonna go around the map and kind of try to see. Oh, I might as well make a pylon here already, by the way, because I do need a pylon, and I don't really care about, you know, making it a good wall. Like, I just want to attack my opponent. Now, I feel like there were 2 things I wanted to say during this game. Oh, yeah, the first thing I wanted to say was that the next, so the third one, which is going to be the Zerg version, obviously is not going to be a surprise anymore, is going to be on a more NA time zone, because I will be back in North America by then. So just so you guys know, if you guys have been in the Discord in the past and haven't been able to participate in the challenges because it's usually, you know, EU time zone, then maybe this is your time to shine because it's finally going to be NA time zone. Now, I haven't found anything on the map, which is quite surprising, I have to say. I'm going to make another pylon over here. I still don't know exactly what I want to be doing. And that is because I haven't been able to scout what's going on. Yeah, let me just see if he has a hatchery now. He could very well have a hatchery now as well, of course. I'm going to send these 2 across. There is still no base there. That is going to be important to keep in mind. Let's see what he's going to have. He's going to make Spineclaws in a lair. Okay. Seems like he was probably just saving money and not going for a hatch first. I don't think there's a hatchery on the map, most likely. Gonna make 1 more gate, or maybe 2 more gates. So he's making 3 spines in a lair. I really wonder what the lair is for. Like, this is getting me curious, guys. Now, let's see if these... I think these adepts are going to be able to do a little bit of damage here, guys. Like, I mostly want to be annoying here, of course. I'm just going to keep this for now. And then I'm going to make the prism still. Yeah, prism is probably the best idea here. I mean, these adepts are doing really good for me so far because I have this little spot in the back that I can park in, which is great. Now, I'm really trying to think, but I'm not quite sure what he's going to do with that lair. Like, normally I feel like I figure it out at a decent time. The first thought I had was going for Swarmos, perhaps, because of the efficiency. Okay, so, he's going to go for... Yo, wait, is he going to go for a Nidus so he can move his drones everywhere? That is cool. All right, yeah, it looks like that is the strategy. That is quite cool. I'm just going to make sure to target these drones if I can. I'm going to lose 1 of these, but that is okay. I got 2 more showing up. Let's get the prism over here, too. I think I'm going to make an immortal, and the immortal... Oh, wait, I'm also going to mine out the side minerals here. I think I might need more than 1 trip, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to make an immortal because I'm pretty sure he's going to use that to build a hatchery. Like, normally I would be scared, right? I'll see a Nidus. I'm pretty sure this is just going to be to build a hatchery somewhere. So I guess we'll see. Now, the adepts are going to take care of the queen, which is really nice. Now, what am I going to build with this war prism here? I think Stalkers makes the most sense, right? I got an immortal on the way. The immortal is going to be able to take care of the hatchery out on the map. 1 is probably fine. Okay, so there is the Nidus. Just gonna make sure I kill that. Yeah, okay, he's moving all of the drones, actually. Okay, that is quite interesting. Let's see. Maybe I should make another Immortal? I'm not quite sure if I do want to do that. I'm going to kill this to begin with, and then I suppose I'm going to try and find what I can with the Immortal. No, I'm actually not going to make another one. I think I'll just make some Zealots, actually. I feel like I should be making some Zealots. Maybe I should have killed the spawning pool a little earlier so he wouldn't be able to make spines. That is also not a bad idea. Okay, let's try to go towards this spine crawler first. So I can kill them one by one. I think that would be pretty smart. So it is going to be basically him just trying to expand everywhere with Nidus. Oh, he has another spine back there. Didn't really realize that spine was there. Okay, so I did find his base already, which is at my gold base, it looks like. It's kind of rude, but okay. No, just kidding. He didn't get scared there for a second. Okay, so there is another hatchery over here. Let's see. Can I get over here with something? What should I be making? Probably some stalkers, I think, because stalkers are fast. And I now know he's on that side of the map. I did find a couple drones. Maybe I could take down those drones as well with this little army. I think I can now send my warp prism across too. Okay, so I found... Oh, nice. He was going to take these extractors, but I found them right away. That is awesome for me. Okay, it's still not 6 minutes yet. I have no idea when we're going to eliminate him, by the way. I feel like I could eliminate him in freaking, you know, in 10 seconds or in 2 minutes. Like, I have no idea. So there's another thingy over there. Gonna make sure I kill that. If he has enough money, he could be making drones from that freaking... you know, those bunch of larvae that he has over there from that hatchery I just killed. Okay, let's try and kill this one. So far, he's doing a really good job. If he got Burrow as well, that would be freaking awesome, I have to say. Like, Burrow would be such a cool idea. Gonna be able to kill that one. That hatchery is gonna die. Should probably warp in pretty much exclusively from here by now. Just making sure he doesn't have the larva from this one. And so far, guys, this is... Oh, I did get supply blocked a little bit there. I was just about to warp in stuff. Guess I'll chase down those drones. So far, this is the best attempt so far and a very cool strategy, I have to say. Like, this is very enjoyable to play against. You can tell that, you know, he definitely thought about this strategy, which is awesome. Now, does he have one more drone on the map? I want to say probably not, but he might. Okay, let's make sure I actually kill that gas with these zealots. Need all my units available. Probably split them up a little bit. There is still that one, which is now dying to the zealot. Let's see. Is there another thing on the map? I don't think there is, but I guess we'll see. I'm still moving my stalkers everywhere just so we can see if there is something. So there's one more building. Could be this gas as well. There's a drone out here. It's really nice that I'm going to be able to kill that. Now, could it be a hatchery that's out on the map? Definitely could be. Let's see. So we found another drone. That is awesome. Where is... I feel like it has to... No, we only killed this recently, right? Okay, there we go. I was going to say it could be a hatchery. But because he's not revealed yet, but I only killed his hatchery recently. So there's always a little bit of a timer there. There we go. I'm going to keep the rest of the units on the top here. Looks like he's going to break at least 7:30. Thank you. Which is a really good time here. And there we go. I'm pretty sure that was 7:33, which... I think is barely slower than the fastest player in the Terran episode. So that is definitely very, very good. Beat the now second place time by over a minute. Should be 1 minute and 6 seconds or so. And this was a really cool strategy. I think the only thing that could have made this even cooler, I mean, you can tell he didn't have the gas for it, right? So it's possible that it just doesn't work with the build. It's not really a valid criticism until I know that it works. But if he got Burrow as well, he could have saved like all of these drones and it would have been impossible for you to keep track of. Maybe he survives another 30 seconds, but I want to applaud for this one. This was a fantastic time. This is going to be a hard time to beat, but let's try. Game number 4 coming up. All right, the fourth contestant is a Silver Protoss player, Mad Artillery. Now, I'm still curious to see, because in the last episode, I think there was a random player. Was it the random player? I believe it was a random player who got Protoss, made mass cannons, and was actually a very respectable time. Like, I'm pretty sure he beat like a diamond player and maybe a plat or something like that. So I'm still curious if we're going to find that Protoss who just has like the perfect build. I really think going 0 gas, right? Like no gas at all. Making cybernetics core and just spamming batteries and cannons. I think it'd be a very, very cool strategy. Like, that's going to take me so long to take down. Like, I will need immortals to kill that. So imagine if I, you know, make the robo at home just because it fits the build better or whatever. Then, yeah, we're going to have a pretty tough time with that. So I guess we'll see. Now, this game, I definitely want to proxy the robo. Or maybe I could go for the Stargate as well. Oh my god, that was... How did they get stuck so well? Like, that was insane. Aren't they supposed to path through each other? Now, so far, I've played Robo a bunch of times. I think it's time for me to start using some Void Rays as well, because Void Rays was the second unit that I had in mind. Void Rays are definitely a little scarier than going for Robo stuff. Oh, I'm in the base. That's nice. I'm definitely going to stay here. He might be pulling probes because he thinks I'm cannon rushing him, but you definitely want to be mining here, my friend. This is not... I mean, I'm not going to lose this probe very fast, so if he's not going to mine with that, this is going to take him or cost him like 1 million mining time. I mean, you can't really quantify mining time in millions, but, well, yeah, 1 million seconds, I suppose. I guess we'll see. I don't think it's a good idea to be pulling these probes anyway. Two probes is fine. Okay, now he's switching down to 1 probe. That is well done. He did learn there. I still want to escape with this probe to proxy his Stargate. Let's see. Did he wall it off? He didn't wall it off, which means this was a really good amount of damage, I should say, because... Yeah, I feel like he should have started like the cybernetic score or something a little faster, and he didn't. So I'm going to be making a pylon out here. I think I really am committing to just building the Stargate in his face pretty much. Like, that is the plan. Now, do I save my Chrono Boost for the Void Rays, or how am I going to do this? But yeah, what I was going to say earlier is that Void Rays, they are not as good against... like proper static defenses, I guess, right? Because what kind of happens is if there's a bunch of spores or whatever, like, what is the Void Ray gonna do? With an Immortal, you can kill pretty much anything, even on the ground, as long as you micro it. But Void Ray just has really clear weaknesses. But since I'm playing against a Protoss player, Void Rays are mostly just gonna help me burn down the building super fast, which is really important. Now, I have this probe alive, so I will just be able to, you know, make another pylon here. That's not really gonna be that big of a deal. If he made cannons up here, that would be extremely cool, by the way, I have to say. I really like that. Yeah, I guess I'll just make 2 extra pylons just to be safe. Should be fine. Maybe I can start making... Oh, he's actually showing up with 2 Zealots. Now, the scary thing for him with Zealots is that Zealots die really fast to Adepts. Like, Adepts destroy Zealots, so these Zealots are basically forfeit 100%. Like, he can't really survive with these Zealots anymore. As you can see, the damage from Adepts on Zealots is just pretty crazy. Maybe I can split my fire perfectly. Oh, no. That needed 1 more hit than I thought. That's a little bit of a mistake by me. And now I'm just going to make a battery here in case there is a cannon up there. Here we go. I think... there's a chance that this is going to be the fastest time yet. Okay, so he did go for the forge, right? Then I might have to... oh, that's another Zealot being built. I might have to warp in some Stalkers as well, just to help me with the armor damage. And I can definitely cancel this battery, make another gateway over here. I was kind of expecting that there would already be cannons up here. I hope for him that he has cannons up there. If he was too... oh, there they are. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I was talking about. So I'm going to get 2 Void Rays out, probably. Could be less, actually. But... I'm a little worried for him. Yeah, that probably means that he doesn't have anything in his main base yet, right? Ooh, this is kind of scary for him. So he's going to kill the Stargate. Guess I'll make another gateway instead. So I'm going to be able to cancel that. Okay, so he has 1. I'll be able to kill that cannon quite quickly as well. I'm going to micro this 1 Adept back, so every unit survives here. And there you go. Warp Gate is going to finish a little late. But let's see. He is making mass cannons, but he was so focused on the Stargate. I did say it would be a pretty cool move. But now he's going to take so much damage from these, and they're going to wipe out everything really, really fast. Just gonna start warping in Stalkers. Now, keep in mind, he did kill my production, right? So I guess it is true that I'm not gonna have as much units to kill all of these buildings as fast as possible. I hope for his sake that he has something covering that pylon, by the way. Else that is... wait, let me see. Did he build something? If he doesn't... oh, no. All those 4 cannons are gonna get killed instantly, guys. That is incredibly painful. And now I can probably just kill all of these pylons from the right side. Warp a couple more Stalkers. Just make sure I kill all the pylons really fast. Now I'm going to click... I'm actually going to click 2 probes across the map. Just because I think... yeah, I just want to scout for the hidden base. Like, I've maybe been like a little too conservative at sending units out. Kind of at, you know... thinking about needing some kind of a follow-up or economy, but obviously it's totally fine for me to just send 1 million probes out and scout everywhere I possibly can. I'm gonna send 2 Stalkers on the map already, so in case there is something, I will find it and kill it a little bit faster. Gonna start making some Zealots here. Those Stalkers do the job pretty well against building, right, like against armored stuff, so it's mostly like light units like, I guess Zerglings, right, come to mind, or Adepts. Or Zealots, I suppose, where, you know, having Adepts myself would be a little nicer. Now, I haven't found something on the map yet. I'm not quite sure if I can trust that. I'm going to try to check every single corner over here. Send this Stalker among the top line of the map as well. I did check most of it already, I believe. Is it possible that there is nothing out on the map? It's definitely possible. I've used all of my prismatic alignments. Let's get even my Zealots and Adepts in range so I can maximize the DPS. And that is going to be it. All right, Mad Artillery with a cool strategy. strategy, but once again, I feel like this is kind of the theme of things. Like some people, they play it very close to perfect, but most of the time there's just like the strategy is cool, but there's one big mistake here, right? Like if we look at how this went, sorry, I'm gonna have to jump back a lot. These 4 cannons were a great idea against a Stargate, but he left his main base completely open. If there are 3 cannons here, I will actually have to wait for a very significant amount of Stalkers before I can break that. And I mean, it sounds pretty easy to say. I think there could just be a minute added onto the time, which would put it on number 2. But just because he committed here a little bit too hard, and then worst come to worst, he also didn't cover the pylon, so I could kill the pylon easily, and these cannons didn't even pose a little bit of a challenge to me. Good try, good strategy. If it's like a little bit better, it could be a good time for now. Let's go to game number 5. All right, we got a Silver Terran. Actually, our first Terran player of the day in game number 5. Now, I'm thinking about doing something really crazy here. But my first thought was to go for a Proxy Nexus, but I think if he has like 1 bunker, I could still be in a game-winning scenario. But it's just going to take me, like, imagine like 1 Zealot and 4 probes just chopping away at buildings, right? Like, it's going to take a good amount of time to, you know, get rid of those. So I think I'm definitely going to do something a little cheeky. Now, I need to be smart about this. I think normally a decent cheese, I don't think this is a good cheese objectively, but I think there's potential that it works, is you just start making pylons in the middle of his base, like in the middle of his ramp, and just start building gateways there. Because it's like so confusing to deal with, and Terrans are not used to it. Terrans are used to having a wall. So that gets very annoying. But from what I've seen, you know, from the worker behavior early on, is that they tend to pull a lot of workers, even for just a scout, or if they suspect that it is a cannon rush or something, right? So I think I'll probably just fake it or something. I'm just going to be as annoying as possible with this probe, and then if I see an opportunity, I will take it. Here we go. Oh my god, that's so fast. It's even before the barracks is down. That is a very fast probe. Let's see. Yeah, he's already being in. Look at this. It's 3 workers doing nothing. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is super annoying. He hasn't made a barracks yet. I can even block it. He's trying to make a barracks right now, most likely. Okay, there we go. It does go down eventually. Now I'm going to start doing some more damage. I could go for... You know what? I'm going to make a pylon here to scare him even more. Here we go. Maybe I'm being a little too mean, but this is, you know... It is kind of funny to do this, to be honest. Let's see if he pulls a lot of workers or if he's just like, nah, I know you, Thermal. Screw you. I'm not going to fall for your stupid mind games. That would be very funny. No, I think I'm just going to be making adepts and stuff. I could make 1 Zealot, actually. Yeah, maybe that's not crazy. You know what? I'll make 1 Zealot and send it across. And then... I guess if he doesn't kill that, I'll start making batteries and stuff. Like, it's not blocking the depot, I believe, so I do need to keep that in mind. I wasn't really planning to do anything with that. Though I could make a battery in the wall if I'm fast. Wait, am I going to be able to manage? Let's see. Oh, I don't have the Cybercore yet, of course. The Cybercore is not quite finished, unfortunately. Like, I really would love to build a battery there. Let's see. When is it going to finish? It's going to take me a little longer. Okay, I'm just playing with him a little bit now. Here we go. I'm going to make a gateway. There we go. The memes have begun, guys. Now, this probe does need to heal up his shields a little bit, because else it's not going to be able to make another one of these, and that would be a little bit of a mistake, you could say. He has 2 probes following me now. I could... You know what? I'm just going to start making batteries here. Like, I don't think I necessarily need to wall off the base. I think this is going to be annoying enough for him. Do need to make sure I don't lose this one. There we go. Okay, so the batteries are starting. It's funny because this is the exact opposite from what we've seen so far, right? What's my favorite Protoss unit? Actually, a good question. I know he's trying to distract me, but I do want to answer it. What is my favorite Protoss unit? Huh. The Adept? I don't even know, actually. Man, he got me with that. That is a difficult question. Right, here we go. Now, sadly for him, there is a lot of stuff finishing in his base right now. This 1 Zealot is never going to die again, I believe. Should I? No, I think I'm going to make 1 gateway at home, and then if my probe arrives safely, I will build something else there. I think that's a decent plan. He is not building... Okay, I thought he was going to pull the SCVs there. He is not building something from the factory yet. Did he start yet? No, he's still not building anything from the factory. Like, this unit is not going to die, guys. Let's just say I have a lot of experience fighting against units under batteries, guys. Like, it's not pleasant. So it looks like we are already getting a very significant amount of damage done here. Maybe I'll just kill this bunker. I mean, I do need to kill it anyway. Maybe I can build a Stargate there as well. Let's see. Yeah, this is looking pretty painful for him, guys. Like, there's still battery energy left, so that stuff is just not going to die. I'm going to make a Stargate over here. Man, this might be my most brutal cheese yet. Like, oh my god, there's so much stuff here. So freaking fast. And there's batteries as well. Yeah, this is looking like a tough time. I'm very sorry, my friend. If you're gonna watch this video, which you probably are, I'm very sorry for this absolute brutal cheese that I just pulled out. If you pulled the workers, I wouldn't even really have gone for it, but you did it. So here we are just doing a lot of damage. Oh, he's going to be able to escape with one SCV unless I microed it really well. I did not micro it well, but I do have a shade. Let's see. Oh, I have another unit arriving as well. There we go. That one is dead. And now, yeah, this is going to be an even better time for me than the last one, I believe, because I don't think there's anything to be done here. Now, I'm going to scout the map again. Even though I feel like I think that might be like a little bit of a nervous cry here. So everyone sounds really nervous when I talk to them. They're like, oh my god, I have this strategy, but is it gonna work? And I totally get it, because you only get one shot, right? So it's not like you can really practice against something like this. But I'm still gonna be able to exactly hit so many plants, including distracting me, perhaps. Where's the planetary? Show it to me. He's like 5 planetaries on the map. Like one here, one here. Whoa, I didn't even remember that was a gold base. Hey, wait, that's an SCV. Did he actually scan? Oh my goodness. I knew it. Aha. I saw you, my friend. Now, I saw the SCV moving towards this way, so I'm gonna try to intercept it. So he did go for the freaking distraction maneuver. I thought I was kind of kidding there, but I saw it. Okay, there we go. Let's just shade my adepts across. Oh, this is just one probe. I kind of thought that would be a zealot for some reason. Oh, I'm going to be able to kill the SCV. That is super nice. Now, there could still be one more SCV on the map, but now the thing is, since he lost the command center pretty fast, if he builds something else, I will see it instantly because he is revealed, because I might as well make a pylon to keep my macro up. I'm going to be able to kill that refinery, and I think this should actually be it. I'm still not going to fall for the tricks, but this should actually be it. Let's see. I don't see anything pop up on the map, and there we go. Well played is called, and the time is about 5:39. Now, I don't remember if this is better than the last time or not, because I feel like it was also in 5 minutes. I think they might be like 5 seconds off. I wouldn't be surprised if the last game was either 5:35 or 5:45. It was something like that. And the idea here, yeah, to be honest, guys, his strategy, hiding it, or he was actually hiding them really fast. Yeah, this is a good strategy. This is kind of what I was expecting to see a lot, like the hidden bases, even hidden bases, hidden buildings everywhere, and it's really, really good. Using the chat to distract me, but I didn't fall for it. The first guy that talked to me should have done it, and then I would have fallen for it, but sadly that time he didn't, and now I'm ready for it every time. If he pulled SCVs against this, it would have been a way different game. Like, he let the batteries finish, and that just made it almost impossible. Let me just show you guys something real quick, right? All this time, before the Zealot came in, he would have had time to just wall this off. Like, it looks like I blocked it, but I didn't. Like, a depot fits here. If he builds a depot here, a bunker here, my entire strategy is out the window. And once again, this would be a completely different game. 5 games done, but I'm still not done yet. Game number 6 coming up. All right, the next opponent is a Platinum random player. And I said that in the last episode. I think playing random here is definitely a sizable advantage. Now, I guess we'll probably do the 2-gate that we do every game, but then we'll wall on the low ground, just in case. Excuse me. I guess it's going to be faster anyway, so it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll do the same thing I did last game with the probe scout. I'll just scout super fast. I hope for my opponent that he's... I want to say Zerg. I feel like Zerg might be the best here. I'm not quite sure. I hope he's not Terran. I feel like the Terrans, they... You know, I have so many annoying cheeses against them that it's a little bit rough for them. But I guess we'll see. Also, this is I would only scout like this against Terran usually. Sometimes I do it against Zerg to block the hatchery, but I usually prefer to just chill a little bit and scout after the gateway, at least in my normal games, right? Now, let's see what we are gonna find. Oh, he's a Terran and he's walling on the low ground. Okay, well, that is extra annoying for him, because now he's gonna have to pull an SCV all the way here. And, oh no, I feel like I should go for like the same thing and just start building pylons here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just gonna full panic. You need to send 2 SCVs to deal with this as well. Okay, he's gonna go for a double barracks. That is a good idea, but he needs more SCVs to help these. No, that one's gonna die already. Oh, this is a little painful, guys. Like, you have to send extra SCVs to deal with this stuff. Oh no, he's struggling against just the one probe. He's gonna lose another one. I think Am I gonna build a pylon? Like, please pull one worker to attack the probe. That's all I want you to do. Like, it's cool that we're making the barracks and all that, but I really want you to just pull one worker to freaking kill this probe. Oh no, this is a little bit of a tough one to watch, guys. I'm sorry. This is, I feel bad for this guy right now. I don't know if he's like really nervous or something, but this is a very, very tough start. Now I'm gonna chrono boost my, okay, there we go. Now use one of them to build the thing, okay? Now let's use one of them to build a thing. Like, that's ideal, okay? There we go. This is what I wanted to see. Now, too late for him, or, you know, unlucky for him that I already have a pylon there and I'm going to be starting making batteries and who knows what else over here. I do only have one gateway, so that's one thing that's nice for him. Maybe I'm gonna make another pylon over here, actually. Wait, is that a perfect cannon rush spot? It looks like it is. Yo, that could be not bad at all. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make this. I'm going to send an adept across the map, chrono boost that, and I'm going to build a Stargate here as well. Man, this is freaking brutal. I feel like after this, everyone is going to start just building in their Terran opponent's bases, because this is, yeah, this is quite something. Let's just say that's what it's looked like, at least. Like, quite the build. He's making a Marine out of that, or a Reaper, of course. Let's see if I can get up in here. That would be nice. Do I need Warp Gate? I'm not even sure if I want Warp Gate. Maybe I just want to make, like, Void Rays from this. I could also just make another gateway here. Let's see. I guess this, yeah, this battery is going to be nice. I mean, that's going to make sure that he can't kill my units here, right? Look at this. He's trying to kill the probe, but it's not going to die very fast. Now, I do have this adept showing up. Let's see. Oh, that Reaper's low HP. Can I block it? Oh, that would have been brutal if I got that. Here we go. So I got my adept, and then I'm going to go and boost my Void Ray instantly. This Void Ray is going to be absolutely killer. The first Reaper is going to fall. Look like he might be trying to wall this off. The Reaper Micro has been good. We have to say that. The Reaper Micro definitely has been pretty good. So let's kill that. I would love to get the Reaper. I'm just going to target the Reaper, I think, and get away with the Shade. You can target that. Here we go. Maybe I should just click the Reaper, or the Adept Shade on the Reaper, rather. There we go. That's going to die. Maybe I can save this Zealot as well. Oh my god, the Zealot's going to get saved by the battery, isn't it? Exactly. There it is. And now his SCVs are in a little bit of a line. That's unfortunate. Now, I don't have the probe anymore, so at least I can make more batteries in his base. But here is the Void Ray already, guys. Let's pull these back. I want maximum damage. Okay, there we go. The batteries do save them. Let's chrono boost that as well. I'm going to start patrolling the map already because it does look like we have broken his defenses by now. So I think checking the map, yeah, just kind of the same thing as usual, right? Like making sure there's not too much stuff. I'm going to click an adept. Actually, I'll follow both of them. Can I follow both of them with the adept? Maybe. I can, if I micro this properly, I can kill that one. There we go. And then I can start following the next one with the Shade. I think that sounds like a good idea. There we go. Gonna get a second Void Ray as well. Let's activate the prismatic alignment. Probably should be making Stalkers from every gateway I have, not just the other one. Okay, gonna shade it one more time. That's gonna take care of the SCV. The mill obviously can't build stuff, so we don't have to be afraid of that. Let's see. I don't see any refineries here yet. Man, these Void Rays kill things fast, huh? Oh my goodness, like look how fast those buildings are dying to just the one Void Ray pretty much. I mean, one Stalker's attacking it, but obviously not doing, you know, the most damage here. Zealot's taking care of that quite nicely. I think maybe I should just be, oh yeah, Cyclones against Newt Cyclones against the Void Rays is always painful. I mean, it's still a good choice to make those, but it's always a little painful to see that. Like, we've seen it many times in my games where either side has a Void Ray against Cyclones, and it's just not very pleasant to watch. That Cyclone popped instantly, couldn't escape either. Still gonna keep patrolling the map. Like, you know, at this point, I don't want to fall for any tricks whatsoever, even if it seems quite obvious to me that we are gonna eliminate him. Probably should have activated the prismatic alignment a little bit faster, and there we go. Looks like the time was 5:10, and I don't like saying this, but, you know, it does make sense to say when it comes to the leaderboard. This was probably our worst time yet, I think, about 30 seconds lower than the last one. And I mean, it had everything to do with just the early game. Like, this is, I mean, this is, first of all, why I wouldn't want the low ground against Protoss, because you're just going to get your SCV harassed, and you need to pull your SCV all the way here to help instead of just here. But you really need to pull extra workers. Like, I know not everyone is going to have really good probe micro, but you need one SCV to just attack the probe, or you're going to get tortured to death. Like, it feels horrible, and that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, he went for a 3-racks. I really think this build he did, a 1-base 3-racks, could have worked out wonders, but we didn't really get to, you know, get it to come to fruition. Get to see it come to fruition. I think that's what I want to say. But this strategy by me does look very cool. Like, just building stuff in their face. And I mean, if they don't pull workers to kill it, then I can just make Stargates there. If they do pull workers, then I'll just make something at home. Seems very nice. We've played 6 games yet. I think I'm probably going to 2 more. Let's do it. All right, the 7th opponent is a Platinum Zerg. A Zerg is currently occupying the #1 spot, so we'll have to get somewhere close to there. I think the second time is about 640, right? I could be wrong on that, but I think the second time is about 640 and the first one is about 732, I think what it is. Shout out to my homie on YouTube. There's just one? There's a lot of homies on YouTube, my friend. What are you talking about? Just kidding. Shout out to all the homies on the YouTube. Now, I'm going to scout him instantly. If he's going to go for a hatch first, I'll be able to block it. Now, I could sense that there were some mind games happening in the chat, guys. Like, some people were talking about a 12 pull, and then they were like, oh no, guy, he reached chat. Oh, I forgot about that. Strategy leaked. So that just felt like a mind game. It feels like there's a hatchery being built at the gold right now or something like that. But I guess there's no hatch first to be blocked there. Let's see what we can find. Okay, that is a pretty early pull and gas instead of a hatch first. So that is interesting. Or well, I guess it makes sense, right? I mean, I still think hatch firstery is what I was saying. Hatch first is a decent choice here. And you can really, the extra queens mostly. Like, I feel like queens are the best at defending anything. If you want to defend stuff with Zerg, let's say you're a Zerg player and you struggle against an all-in. The first rule, what you check for to see if what you could improve to defend is just if you made enough queens. Because queens defend everything. Wait, I need to try to not mess up this wall this time because I mess it up every single time on this map. I did see a drone moving over there, I believe. So I need to keep that in mind. I'm going to check this gold base. So yeah, that's why I like hatch first. Just because you can spam queens like crazy and it's very comfortable. Like, queens are freaking awesome to defend with. Now, I feel like I kind of want to go for a 4-gate here. I don't think I've really done like a proper 4-gate before. I've mostly been relying on either the Prism or the Void Ray to get me through, or just me building like a ton of stuff in people's bases more than anything else, right? So I know the drone is probably taking a base over here. Oh, that's a pretty fast attack. Do I need to Chrono Boost my Zealot? I don't really want to Chrono Boost the Zealot, but if I have to, I have to. Actually, I think I would rather wall it off, to be honest. Yeah, if he's going to attack me, I would rather just wall it off momentarily than make a Zealot. I think that sounds nicer. Let's see. So there's a bunch of drones. Guess I'll wall it off right now. Could have used the battery for that as well. But it's all good. There we go. Now, he is going to scout me, and he is going to make speed as well. So I'm not quite sure if I like my choice of going for the 4-gate here, to be fair. I guess we'll see. Gonna try damage him with this to begin with. Oh, there's a lot of links that I can kill. Ooh, we need to be careful with those. Like that, it was a little risky there by him. Okay, so I'm gonna build the robo now. I'm pretty tempted to just start building some batteries in front of his base too. Like, I don't think it's the craziest idea ever. Yeah, the thing is, his speed is gonna finish really, really fast, right? Like, the Zergling speed is what scares me more than anything else here, to be honest. I guess we'll see if, it's really gonna come into play. Okay, if he wants to spend his time targeting that, I'm pretty happy, I think. Right? Because I'm just going to be able to kill the drones. Okay, so he came back. He's making a lot of speedlings. I don't think we've really seen someone make a lot of speedlings before, so that is quite nice. I think I'm going to focus on the drones just to do enough damage to him and not allow him to get into that macro game pretty much. Like, a lot of drones falling here already. I mean, the micro against the depth is really annoying because they can just stay alive forever. Now, since he has so many links, I'm going to be a little more careful. Wait, did he notice? Don't. No, he found us. Don't. I just was just gonna say, don't tell anyone, guys. We're not here. Okay. Gonna get these over here, and it's gonna be a cancel. More drones. 2 adepts are hard to defend, guys. I'm telling you, it's really not easy. I've killed this entire economy already, pretty much. How many drones is there left? Like 8 or something? Like, it's not a lot. Let me tell you guys that much. All right, now I'm not gonna go for the immortal menace. Yeah, that was a little bit of a painful. Oh, I clicked it back on accident. That's an oopsie. Well, guess I'm not a menace anymore. That's my bad. Now let's see. I think I should be going for the adepts. Actually, I'll warp 1 sentry and then adepts. I could trap him on this bridge. I saw the Zerglings coming. No, he's not gonna push through. Okay, I was gonna say I could trap him on this bridge with a single force field. That would have been awesome. Okay, he's gonna come back. Can I do it? Oh no, it actually doesn't fit. Okay, I kind of had second thoughts about it as soon as I saw it. I lost something. I don't even know why that was there, but I guess it is what it is. Okay, so he's trying to send out a worker. I'm not gonna let that happen, of course. He's making some drones. That is quite risky. I'm gonna start warping in zealots already. because I'm quite confident we are going to be able to kill him here with this attack. Doesn't seem like there's a spine over in the main base. So I'm just going to be able to kill everything here. I guess if he wants to fight me, we will kill him. I can just micro this pretty easily. There we go. He's riding GG. I hope he doesn't leave the game. He can still like make a lot of buildings everywhere. And I know he realizes that because I always tell them, you know, during the lobby. Like, I imagine he has a bunch of extractors in a different place. Oh, I just saw him move his drones. Is that the first one? He was trying to survive with that one. So this is enough damage. I think I'm going to scout the map with this Prism, 1 Zealot, and 1 Stalker. That should be enough for me to get a decent scout over the entire map. I could have used a probe. Actually, I'm going to kill the spawning pool first, just in case. Like, I don't know what he wants to build from that. Maybe you could make some more links to delay me or whatever. But I guess we'll see. I'm going to kill this one now. I'm kind of surprised. This seemed like... I really like his opener. Exactly. Okay, there's the guess. I really like his opener. But then, you know, he kind of was making a few too many drones there at the end. Like, I feel like he could have done a little bit better at, you know, just making units and really try to, you know, survive for as long as possible. Now, he did get a lot of drones out on the map. That is well done by him. I found 2 extractors already, which is nice. Going to be able to kill this because I found it with my Prism. Now, let's see. Is there something closer to my base? It's possible. I don't have enough vision on the left side yet. I feel like there could totally be some more extractors here. So let me try and find this. I'm going to kill this first. And then the hatchery. So if he gets eliminated, I don't have to deal with the brootlings. And there we go. I think the time was 6:08. Yeah, he didn't have money for another extractor. And that's a very respectable time. 6:09. What is that going to be? From the top of my head, I think that's 5th place. Or is it the 7th game? I think it's the 7th game, right? So it's 5 out of 7. Or is it 4 out of 7? It's something like that. You guys will see the leaderboard probably when the game starts or whenever I edit it in. But I think he's about 5th place. Pretty respectable time. It's not going to bring him to the grand finals. But I do think it's cool that he went for one of the strategies that I thought would be really good. Just going for like a little speed links early. If he just made more queens and more links instead of making the evos, instead of making the extra drones, for example. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, he had a lot of gas mine as well. That's 480 gas that he didn't use. If he had like a couple spines, links, and queens, this could have been a longer time, but still pretty good time. And I think we are heading for our last game. Let's do it. The final game of the day is against Terminator. uThermal against the Terminator himself. Let's see how this is going to go. It is a Platinum Terror. Not quite sure if I mentioned it already. Now, I do have to say, guys, it's really, really awesome to see that my community, the players that aren't getting picked, are still like hanging out, talking to each other, playing some 4v4 and stuff. Like, it's really, really awesome. And I hope only more of you join, to be honest, because it's only going to get fuller and more fun and more cozy every single time. Now, let's see. I feel like my voice is already starting to be a little... How do you call that? Like, not raspy? Kind of when you lose your voice a little bit when you have a cold, I guess. I mean, I've been talking a lot. Been doing all of these games back-to-back, non-stop. Been recording for 1 hour and 20 minutes. You guys, the video is probably not going to be quite that long. I think we're probably going to hit an hour, or maybe barely not. I think the last one was 50 minutes, roughly, the Terran episode. So I guess we'll see. Now, I'm going to go for the same torture probe technique. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to build like a lot of stuff in his base or if I'm just going to torture him a little bit. He did get the barracks down already. So that is kind of a plus compared to the others. Oh, there we go. He's sending 2 SUVs. That is nice. Okay, my heart was kind of breaking a little bit when I was, you know, killing like 4 freaking SCVs with my probe just because he wasn't sending enough of them. So I'm glad to see that here there are a couple SCVs to take care of it. Now, it does make sense that that opponent, by the way, was a little confused at dealing with the probe because he was a random player. So he probably doesn't face this kind of probe torture as much as like full-time Terran players do, right? It does make sense. Now, I am going to proxy something outside of his base, I think. I'm going to steal his gas. Oh, I didn't even think about that before, but that's a pretty cool play, right? Stealing someone's gas. And then I'm going to make a pylon here as well. That is a mind game pylon. And then I'm going to make another pylon outside of his base. And I think that one is going to make a Stargate. I feel like we kind of had a pretty nice split this episode between Robo and Stargate plays. Now, the problem is that he is going to see this. Okay, he doesn't have an orbital yet. You know, it sounds crazy, but we do have to keep the opportunity in mind that we could be getting attacked as well. Like, that orbital was late. He's going to go for a second barracks now. He's probably also just really distracted. If he's not going to pull that away, he will lose that fight. Looks like he did manage to escape, and now he's going to scout my base. Wait, did it finish the Marine, or did he cancel it? He was building something before, and then it got canceled. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure still. Okay, there we go. I'm going to make a battery in his base. It's just going to be one this time, but at least it's going to be a really good distraction, if not just an absolute killer move. And then the Stargate is going to come down right here. Now, keep in mind, this opponent already has an SUV on the map at least. Like, at least one. Well... not anymore. There goes the SUV, unfortunately. But he might still have another one. Would be a 500 IQ mind game if he does have another one and he let that one die on purpose. Guess I'll just make more pylons here. I mean, if he's only going to be focused on killing that pylon. I can also heal it. No, actually, I want to save the energy, I think. I feel like that makes sense. Saving the energy. You could also just be targeting the battery, of course. Here we go. Let's get one more. The probe got saved by the battery, of course. And now this one is going to get pretty close. The Adept is here now, guys. And I haven't used the battery yet. So now this Adept is going to be safe. Wait, did he cancel that factory? Wait, I thought... No, it was actually barracks. No, okay. I was confusing myself. Yo, put them in the bunker, my friend. Where are you going? You have a beautiful bunker right there. Save those Marines. All right, there we go. Don't be mean to our Terran brother Marines. You got to put those in the bunker. Now, it is pretty annoying for him that I think it's pretty annoying that I took his freaking gas. Like, maybe that completely stopped him from going for a factory, which is probably a pretty big deal. I might get another Marine here. Oh, good micro there. Well, don't bring him back. Like, this is the thing with the battery, right? You can do all the cool micro you want, but you're still not going to kill stuff through the battery. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a combo here. I'm going to fly the Void Ray through and team them up with the two Adepts. Oh, this is going to be a really good move. Those Marines are all going to die a little bit too fast, and now we have the entire mineral line to ourselves. Warp Gate is going to finish together with those gateways. I can probably deny this factory as well for a decent amount of time. Looks like he wants the probe. I don't want him to kill the probe. Wait, maybe it would be good for me to wall him in, so he can't run away with the SUVs without paying like a particular amount of attention. I think that makes sense. And the bunker is close enough, guys, for me to go towards the battery. Exactly. Here we go. I'm going to be able to target those. I do need to be careful because the battery did run out of energy. I did lose one of my units. Yes. Oh, I did get supply blocked a little bit here. Maybe I'll just cancel the Void Ray real quick. I'm going to kill my own probe. Stop healing it, please. I just drained my entire own battery, by the way. That'd be really funny. I just wanted to have the warp in. Apparently, I was already making a pylon, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And now I'm going to be able to target down that bunker. I think he's lost enough SUVs. He's not going to be able to repair that. Prismatic alignment is going to do a lot of damage. I don't have battery energy anymore because I did drain it all myself by targeting my own probe. Don't think it's really going to matter, though. I feel like I have enough units to target down that bunker, especially with the next wave of Stalkers coming in. And that Void Ray, too. Well, it looks like I don't even need that extra Void Ray here. It's already going to go down. And now is the time for me to scout the map for any last gases. Keep in mind, this is the last chance for someone to get top 2. This is the final game. This is the last time for someone to get top 2 and make their way into the grand final, of course, which I'm still not quite sure exactly, but I think the time to beat is about 640. Like, I don't think I was wrong about that. If this guy does not have any hidden bases, then sadly he is not going to break that because he's going to be eliminated in about 15 seconds, I think, because Void Rays, they do a lot of damage. Okay, so he's flying away DCC, but it's obviously going to die already, so it doesn't matter. Here we go. He's going to try to hide the last SUV, and that is going to be it. I believe it was 531 for Terminator, and that is not going to do that. I think that is either 6th or 7th place. And yeah, I mean, you guys are going to see the leaderboard. Probably going to look quite fancy in the middle or something, even going to have the leaks next to it. At least that's what it looked like last time. But the first place is going to be Mozzarella, so that one is definitely going to go to the grand finale. Congrats to you. It was also, I think, by a decent margin, number one, by I think by either a minute or even more than a minute, so well done. Second place, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll figure it out. You guys already know it, of course, and that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. Once again, if you want to play in these, join the Discord. The next one is gonna be probably not next week, but in a couple weeks, because I do need to settle after my travel. It's gonna be on North American time zones, or yeah, I mean, I guess all of the Americas have the same time zone roughly, right? Like, there's still like a couple hours difference. I think at most 4, but you guys know what I mean. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. Lovely community event for me. Loving everyone showing up and giving good energy, and that's going to be it. If you enjoyed this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.